What's up guys, it's Aaron from Gear Up and welcome to another episode, and I hope you're doing alright. And also welcome to my home climbing wall right here. It's a slight change of scenery and pace and all that stuff, but there's a reason for it. For the past 6 months or so, many of you, yes you, have reached out to me asking me to revisit this guy, the Black Diamond Momentum shoe. It's been a year and a half since I last reviewed it. Has it been that long? Oh my goodness. Well, a year and a half when I reviewed this, I called this a great beginner / intermediate climbing shoe. Do I still think so? Many of you also wanted to find out how this thing has held up over that time. So we're going to talk about the specs, the pros and cons, and just the general wear and tear on this thing, how this thing looks after all that time, and we'll see my impressions at the end of the video. So we'll find out more after these messages whether I think this is still legit or not. Let's do it! Alright guys, so here is the Momentum, and I'm going to run through some high-level specs first before we move forward, just to give you a better idea of what the shoe is. But if you need more detail, you can always watch my older videos. Anyways, this is at 443 grams per pair, so it's about mid-range. It comes in all kinds of colors actually. This is blue and gray, and all kinds of variants too. It has male, female, as well as kid sizes. And usually the other competition brands don't have kids, so this is one of the pluses of the Momentums. It also has a lace variant as well as the one you see here, the hook and tie / Velcro one. As we mentioned earlier, this is a neutral climbing shoe with a flat last at the bottom, and it's not great for cracks or inclines, but it's really good for slabs and near vertical or face climbing, which is really nice for beginners as well. It also is priced around, I've seen $62 to $95, but in the $60 range is very consistent, especially when it goes on sale. I've seen it down to 50 something, which is really nice. So this is the Momentum in a nutshell. Again, if you need more info, you can just check out my older videos, and I talk about that a lot more over there. So guys, if you haven't heard already, I am trying to get to 5,000 subs, and only you can get me there. If you haven't already, then please consider subscribing down below and turning on the bell notification icon. So thank you in advance for your help, and get me to 5,000. Back to the program. Alright guys, now let's talk about some of the things that I still like about this shoe. In my last video, I was really impressed with the knit technology on this thing because it was something new to the game. And if you haven't watched it, it's somewhere up here. It's kind of ghetto looking, but has a lot more information than I'm presenting today. But anyways, in a gist, the knit technology is a synthetic and leather alternative. Basically, it's like a 3D stitch sock-like material, really thin, really breathable, and makes you feel one with the shoe. I love wearing this, guys. It's a great all-day climbing shoe, whether it's been on the crag or on the walls. You can have this on your harness, on your backpack, and it's ready at all times. It's super comfortable, and I love this. In terms of breathability though, back when it came out, a lot of reviewers said, well, they don't see any advantages over this in terms of breathing compared to, say, a leather during climbing. And I understand that, it's true. When you climb, there's not much that differentiates them between each other. They breathe well, and they wick sweat really well, but I think where it separates from the rest is in the gym shoe stink department, guys. This shoe, I've owned this for a year and a half and worn this a lot. Not one single smell. There's no gym shoe stink, guys. This is a revelation. So if you're gonna buy a shoe just for that, this will be it. Sure, it will have the stink for maybe a few hours, but odor retention, not a problem, and I love it for this. Another aspect that I really like is the sticky rubber. Sure, it's a beginner neutral flat sole and everything, so expect the performance to be that. But the quality of the rubber itself, guys, is spot on. In fact, this is made in the same factory as Batora shoes, so it's possible there's some technology share there. I feel really confident with these guys on slabs. They're so sticky and really good, except for sensitivity, which we'll talk about in a second. But in terms of just friction, these things are really confidence inspiring. It's also really thick as well, 4.3 millimeters. They're really long lasting compared to even my La Sportivas and Evolves that are about 5 millimeters thick. Those guys wore out really quickly, and at a year and a half, there's only some abrasion spots right here, the way I usually climb. So that's really impressive all by itself. My last favorite bit about this shoe is the hook and tie system or Velcro system. And sure, some of you may prefer laces at the end of the day, and thankfully the Momentum comes in a lace model. But I like the Velcro system because when I'm outdoor on a wall, for example, and I need to make adjustments on the fly, Velcro is it. And also, if you're a beginner climber, if you want to just quickly dial in your fit and just focus on climbing, this is really convenient. The other thing that I was worried about in my last review was the pull tabs right here, that they would, after many uses, separate from their stitching, but they've held up really well. So that's cool stuff right there. Which actually now brings us to the negative. One downside about Velcro is it attracts lint and hair like nobody's business, so it's kind of gross. My next negative, guys, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, is the thickness of the sole. Sure, it makes it durable and long lasting, but in terms of sensitivity, there's not much there. So if you're trying to edge on a little tiny foothold, there's not much information transferred to your toes. But that being said, let's not forget these are beginner shoes. So if you need something more sensitive, just move up a category or two and then you'll be happy there. So here are my final thoughts on the Black Diamond Momentum shoe, guys. It is comfortable, breathable, durable, very sticky, budget friendly, makes for a great beginner / intermediate shoe as well as a great backup one as well. So I give this a thumbs up and an updated Gear Up score of 7.5 out of 10. But that being said, the competition has moved on as well. It's been a year and a half since I reviewed this, so there's a lot more shoes out there. So it's a great time for all of us. There's a lot more selection, but unfortunately the Momentum does not stand alone in its uniqueness. There's like the La Sportiva, Tarantulas, the Finale, the Mad Rock Drifter, and the Evolve Defy. Those perform better than this shoe in some areas and are cheaper or is the same price in some aspects as well. So the competition is great and it's a great time for us, so go out there and find the shoe that you like. But the Momentum is special and I can't wait for version 2.0. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I love y'all so much. Remember to come back next Friday for a new one because we're going to do a comparison between a couple of sports earbuds. It's going to be super nice. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. It'll help me bring you more content like this to watch and just grow this fan base. And also you can visit my Patreon page down below here where you can support me by buying me a cup of coffee or tea or something. And remember to thumbs up if you like this video and comment nicely down below. Yes. And thumbs down. Thumbs down. Let's see, to elastic fitted sheets. Elastic fitted sheets. I'm not sure. They're so easy to put on your bed, but they're so hard to fold. You have to do this weird thing and you end up just rolling up in a ball and throwing it in the drawer. So thumbs down to elastic fitted sheets. That's all I got to say, but you know what I'm feeling right here. But anyways, that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much again for watching this. Remember to do something nice for somebody and have a good weekend as well. Show some love and I'll see you next time. Peace out and God bless, guys. Whoosh.